Happy Friday, you guys. My name is Rayge, and we are back today with Mockingbird now officially being in the game. We want to take advantage of her rest our orbs with the increase. So I didn't actually see the inbox message, but we actually do know that she is officially in the game now. And I think I actually saw some of my alliance mates actually pulling, yeah, like there's a 6 red on Mockingbird there. So she is officially there, guys. So we just didn't get the messaging, but we see her avatar as well here. Giving us the signal. So in today's video, we're going to be pulling some red stars for her, trying to get her as high as we can. As we know, with this character and team, they are going to be required for the next legendary event. But as well, we're going to be taking a look at her kit as well. To be honest, I'm not sure if it reflects all the changes, but we know what has been changed as per the Marvel Strike Force blog post, so we'll definitely be watchful for that. So let's get right to it. We can take a look at what we can utilize for T4 upgrades, and as well what can be the best Iso-8 for her in the meantime. So having said that, ideally I would like to aim for at least a 4 red on her, especially with now building up all these elite 4s. It would be a great opportunity. And I say 4 because typically I don't usually get anything beyond a 4 yellow for these unlocks of events. But as always, guys, we know Mockingbird's already officially confirmed, so we don't even need to check that. Let's get right to it. Purple there, the Drax, so fortunately duplicate, but it does give us the additional credits to be adding into a future orb as well. Oh, surprisingly, an upgrade there. Good stuff. Yeah, the 18 has been been around for quite some time. You know, unfortunately, maybe in the future they'll get some love, but yeah, in the meantime, they're basically just inventory fodder for us to keep hold. So nothing so far yet. Let's see. Let's keep it up here. Oh my goodness, a yellow. Ah, so close to 6 red, and it's a duplicate too. Oh my goodness. So okay. At least the good news is that was added back to our arsenal. 5 red there. Yeah, and it's kind of scary because we're seeing all these elite credits coming into the roster now that we can really see a lot of this being devalued in the future. So it will be interesting to see what's going to happen, especially with the next big upgrade coming at level 100. A duplicate there in Beta Ray, unfortunately. We just need a 1 good hit on Mockingbird. And then, yeah, actually, I kind of lost track how many I've been opening here. But good news is we have so many of these Elite 4s now that we can actually take advantage of it. So let's see here. Still got 16 here, and we got quite a bit of the Elite 5. So we're going to do one more of this. And we're still having bad luck. We might as well try a little higher because we haven't landed anything on Mockingbird. So could be a good opportunity for us to actually get some decent upgrades in the roster while taking advantage of these higher drop rates. So let's try here. Elite 5. Ooh, okay, I do believe. Oh, that I didn't realize I had a 5 red on Miss Marvel. Okay, good stuff. At least that was the duplicate as well. Morbius duplicate. Oh my goodness, not a good run at all, guys. So let's keep going here, though. We just need 1 good hit on Mockingbird. Come on, Elite 5, let's go. Oh darn. Okay. Oh, let's see. At least we're getting some upgrades here and there, but yeah, nothing so far, guys. Hopefully, you guys have better luck than myself. Oh, there we go. 6 red, thank you so much. I'm probably never gonna get her to 6 yellow, but yeah, good stuff. Took us long enough, my goodness, took us long enough. So now, good news is we can save all these for the next character. But yeah, we've been building up this arsenal here, even with the Elite 7. So it'll be interesting once we get a decent enough character that's meta breaking, and I will utilize those 7s just for entertainment purposes. So having said that, guys, yeah, we got at least a couple upgrades: Pyro, A Monstrosity, Cyclops, good stuff, and a boatload of duplicates. But Mockingbird, we're going to be taking a look at her kit today, see what the T4 upgrades will be, as well as preemptively what those Iso-8 synergies that can come from the kit. So Pecking Strike is her basic. You can see here it can't be counterattacked. She's essentially attacking the primary target for damage. As well, what's cool about this ability is that it actually does apply some healing to new Avengers. So you can see healing self and new Avengers for up to 10% after the upgrades there. And as well as even non-new Avenger allies for 5%. So that's kind of, oh, sorry, so not 10%. 5% for new Avengers, and then healing all non-new Avengers for 5%. So it's kind of nice that she's going to benefit all allies. Just makes her more of a plug-and-play character. And then by T4ing this, it's going to be giving an additional healing for new Avengers. So there's going to be 10% there with the upgrade. And I think the only change they made with this was actually improved damage. So nothing crazy. But I think the T4 is nice because it doubles the potency of the healing. And that could be very well needed in the next legendary trial event. So for that reason, I would consider upgrading. But before we do that, though, let's take a look at the special and ultimate and passive before we see what the priority of this pecking order would be. So special attack is called Fighting Flight, and you can see here she's attacking the primary target and rebounding, as well as, again, another healing aspect here for the new Avenger allies. On top of that, what's really cool is she's also gaining and generating ability energy for the random new Avenger allies, and this attack can't be blocked, and as well in war it can't be counterattacked. So leveling this ability up, you can see the potency of the healing does increase, but as well it does impact actually non-new Avengers, so great to see that value there. She's also going to be applying stealth up to a maximum 3 times to Avenger and Shield allies below that 50% threshold, so it's a good little buffer if need be, clearing random effects from self, clearing all bleed from new Avengers, which in my honest opinion is one of the worst debuffs, so that's great to see. And then lastly, with the T4 upgrade, additional potency for the healing, and in war applying immunity to all the new Avengers. So for this special, I'm not sure if it reflects yet, but I know the stealth now does apply not just to new Avengers, but to as well the Avengers. So it does look like the buff has been revised here. Ability generation is also now no longer limited to just war. So it just makes her a better character overall to be used outside of the war setting. And the attack is always unblockable instead of before where it was only Alliance War. So overall, a very, very strong special ability. For that reason, the additional healing, I definitely would upgrade this if you guys are planning to utilize them as a war team. But as well, in the upcoming Legendary event, it's going to make sense because this extra benefit of applying immunity is very well. It could be the reason we put this team over in terms of pushing beyond that score for more shards of the future legendary. So for that reason, this definitely makes sense to upgrade this one, just because we're going to be benefiting off directly that significant uptick in damage and as well as healing for the new Avengers. So very, very strong special. All Out Takedown is her ultimate ability here, flipping negative effects into positive for herself, as well as new Avengers and Shield allies. I love the synergy that she's going to have. She's attacking all the enemies for damage, as well as spreading positive effects to herself, Shield allies, but that, however, does exclude taunt stealth. On top of that, healing once again, right? So you can see kind of the general theme we're sensing here. A lot of heals going all around. She's filling up speed bar, spreading positive buffs, flipping taunt on enemies. I really like the fact that it can be an offensive ability as well for that support. Flipping all negatives to positives when you get to level 6. And lastly, with the T4, there is going to be a medic that actually gets summoned with defense up and death proof. And more specifically, benefiting from the war is that there's going to be stealth applied to the shield medic, and as well as 7% reduce speed bar for all the enemies per new Avenger. Yeah, this one makes sense, absolutely. Especially in the war bonus for the legendary event, but as well as war in general. This is absolutely huge. Special and ultimate are very, very strong. I definitely would recommend it. And I know with the recent revision, this actually did add the bonus for medic always getting the defense up and death proof. Just gives more survivability to medic, right? Clearing the taunt on enemies is huge, and it's not just exclusive to the war now. So you can use this ability basically anywhere outside of the war setting. And that health boost is huge as well for both herself and the new Avengers. So yeah, ultimate is very, very strong. Still a pretty hefty cost of 6, but I mean 4 and 6 is actually pretty average for cost. So it just makes Mockingbird shine quite a bit now. So I'm really glad they were able to actually revise that. And then lastly, Tactician is her passive here. So at the end of any turn, if this character or a new Avenger does have stealth or health greater than 75%, she's going to be clearing stealth from that character and filling their speed bar up for each non-summon ally. She's going to naturally gain more HP as well. New Avengers also get that benefit. So on spawn, gain offense up, 10% max HP being granted for herself and the team, offense ups lasting another turn, and as well, any of the new Avengers dropping below that health threshold, she's going to be applying stealth, kind of similar to what Kitty Pryde does for the Astonishing X-Men, so that's kind of nice to have, up to a maximum of 2 times actually, which is big. And then as well, whenever they do drop below, she's also going to be summoning a Shield Assault with defense up and death proof. Super, super cool. So some additional damage. I really love that mechanic. And then lastly, with the T4, applying taunt to the Shield Assault. So right away, they're going to be able to soak up damage. And as well, the Shield Assault and Medic gaining a significant boost of HP and damage. So I'm glad I got a 6 red on her. I'm not going to lie, because those stat boosts are going to apply directly to both Shield Assault and Medic being summoned characters. And then the special, the ultimate, the passive, all of these T4s honestly make sense because it's going to be how she's going to benefit. But what I really like is how this is going to thrive, especially in the next legendary event. We're going to be seeing these characters summoned, and they're going to be protecting the team and gives us that additional protection, which we're kind of lacking right now, especially with the majority of the team being offensive based, right? So you do want to build a big Mockingbird as being the core and foundation of the team. I'm seeing that now. And guys, based on what we just read, it really does make sense to use her as an Iso-8 healer. The Iso-8 healer, I can't see it right now, but let me just show you. For example, if we take a look at Maria Hill, with which she's benefiting off the healer, I mean, it's just very notable because you can see here, right? Like the regens being applied to the most injured allies, so it's going to benefit directly with Mockingbird, as well as actually even being able to clear bleeds and active healing, right? That's the big component. The active healing, the maximum HP, it's going to be super tanky. Even pushing to the level 5 is going to be, absolutely detrimental because applying regen to the most injured, but as well as healing for 10% of the max health. So having a big Mockingbird is really going to be how much longer lasting this new Avengers team will be, and especially if we're thinking long term here and what it can be bringing in terms of the legendary event that's upcoming. So we know they're required, but how long that team lasts could be the survivability based on Mockingbird. So just my 2 cents there, guys, but hopefully you guys were able to land a good red as well. It took me quite a few tries, but I'm glad the first and only shot of Mockingbird was actually decent. So yeah, good luck, guys. Thank you as always. Happy Friday, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.